When you hear the name Santa Claus, the image that likely comes to mind is a plump, rosy-cheeked figure in a red suit, laughing with a hearty ho, ho, ho. But Santa is far more than the sum of his cultural trappings. His story is a labyrinth of ancient traditions, archetypal truths, and esoteric mysteries. To understand him fully is to embark on a journey that spans centuries and dimensions, weaving through history, myth, and the collective human psyche. Santa is not merely a character. He is an idea, a force, and a reflection of something profoundly human yet deeply cosmic. Our journey begins in the 4th century with St. Nicholas of Myra, a devout Christian bishop whose generosity earned him sainthood. Legends tell of Nicholas secretly delivering bags of gold to save a poor family from despair, tossing them through a window under the cover of night. This act of anonymous giving created the blueprint for Santa's most enduring quality, the selfless spirit of generosity. Yet even this saintly origin is but one thread in the tapestry. St. Nicholas became a symbol, his story expanding and intertwining with pre-Christian traditions that already celebrated the mystery and magic of winter's darkest days. Long before Nicholas, Norse and pagan myths spoke of figures like Odin, the Allfather, who rode his 8-legged horse Sleipnir across the skies during the Yule season. Children would leave offerings of food for Sleipnir, and in return, gifts or blessings might be bestowed. Odin, with his flowing beard and association with wisdom and judgment, carries echoes of Santa. The winter solstice, a sacred turning point in the solar calendar, was a time of celebration and renewal. It was the symbolic death and rebirth of the sun, a cycle mirrored in Santa's joyful arrival during the darkest nights of the year. This merging of Christian and pagan traditions was no accident. It reflects humanity's timeless need to create meaning in the face of winter's harsh conditions and uncertainty. The Dutch carried the figure forward with Santa Claus, a stately bishop in robes who arrived by boat from Spain to distribute gifts on December 5th, St. Nicholas's Eve. When Dutch settlers brought their traditions to America, the name morphed into Santa Claus, and the figure began to evolve, shedding his ecclesiastical roots and adopting a more universal appeal. This transformation was cemented in the 19th century with Clement Clarke Moore's poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, or as it's better known, The Night Before Christmas. Moore's depiction of Santa as a jolly old elf, traveling in a sleigh pulled by reindeer, added layers of whimsy and wonder, shifting the narrative from religious solemnity to magical playfulness. By the 20th century, Santa had taken on the now iconic red suit and jovial demeanor, thanks in part to Coca-Cola's advertising campaigns. Illustrator Haddon Sundblom's depiction of Santa solidified the image, a larger-than-life figure of joy and abundance, exuding warmth and cheer. While this version of Santa is often dismissed as commercialized, it's worth noting that the red-suited Santa is a true syncretic figure, borrowing from countless traditions. He is a patchwork of cultures and myths, embodying humanity's collective dreams and values. But to truly understand Santa, we must go deeper, beyond his historical evolution, into the symbolism he carries and the archetypes he embodies. Santa represents generosity, not just the giving of gifts, but the giving of oneself. He is a reflection of the higher self, that part of us which acts not out of obligation or expectation, but out of love and abundance. The act of giving anonymously as Santa does speaks to a spiritual truth. The greatest gifts are those given freely, without the need for recognition or reward. Santa is also a father figure, embodying the archetype of the wise and benevolent patriarch. In this sense, he is both protector and provider, a symbol of safety and nurturance. Yet he carries the playful, mischievous energy of the magician as well. His sleigh defies gravity, his reindeer fly, and he operates beyond the constraints of time, delivering gifts to millions in a single night. These feats are not merely whimsical, they speak to the archetypal magician's ability to bridge the mundane and the divine, to transform reality with a touch of the miraculous. Even his home, the North Pole, is rich with symbolism. The North has long been considered a sacred direction in many spiritual traditions, representing the cosmic axis, or the point of stillness around which the world turns. The North Pole, mystical and otherworldly, mirrors the human mind's deepest recesses. It is the workshop of imagination, where the unseen becomes tangible, where ideas are forged into reality. The elves who labor there represent the hidden forces at work in our subconscious, tirelessly crafting the manifestations of our thoughts and intentions. Santa's descent through the chimney is another potent symbol. The chimney is a liminal space, a threshold between the external world and the intimate interior of the home. Esoterically, it represents a portal through which blessings and insights enter. Santa's passage through the chimney echoes ancient themes of divine penetration, the infusion of the sacred into the mundane. It reminds us that the gifts we receive, whether material or spiritual, often arrive through unexpected channels. The bag of gifts he carries is a cornucopia, a symbol of infinite potential and abundance. It holds not just toys but the essence of joy and wonder, the intangible treasures that sustain us. And then there's the naughty and nice list, a reflection of the law of karma. Santa's judgment is not punitive but instructive, a reminder that our actions have consequences and that even in the joy of giving, there is a call to accountability. Yet Santa is not without shadow. His role as judge hints at the deeper, darker aspects of the human psyche. The coal given to naughty children is not merely a punishment, it is a symbol of transformation. Coal, under immense pressure, becomes a diamond. Even our faults and failures, when faced and refined, hold the potential for brilliance. In this way, Santa mirrors the alchemical process, turning base materials into gold, flaws into virtues. From an esoteric perspective, Santa can also be understood as an egregore, a collective thought form brought to life by the shared beliefs, emotions, and actions of humanity. An egregore operates in the liminal space where collective imagination intersects with reality, a threshold that exists between the seen and unseen, the tangible and the intangible. This space is where shared rituals and stories transform abstract ideas into a living presence, gaining strength from the collective energy of belief. Every tale of Santa, every gift labeled from Santa, and every moment of belief feeds this thought form, anchoring it deeper into the collective consciousness. Each individual act of imagination or ritual reinforces this shared construct, weaving it into a larger network of belief that transcends the personal and becomes part of humanity's collective psyche. Thought forms like Santa are not unique to him. They have parallels in other cultural and spiritual phenomena, such as an archetypal hero like King Arthur, whose legendary deeds inspire generations, or divine guardians like the Greek goddess Athena, who symbolizes wisdom and strategic warfare. These figures, much like Santa, draw power from collective belief and participation, living on as vibrant forces within the human psyche. As an archetypal spirit, Santa embodies the essence of Christmas: generosity, joy, and renewal. He reminds us of the light that persists in darkness, the hope that endures even in the coldest winters. His story is not just a tale for children, it is a mirror held up to the human spirit, reflecting our capacity for wonder, kindness, and transformation. To those who no longer believe in Santa, I would say this: he is more real than you think, not as a physical being, but as an idea, a force, an archetype that lives within you. Every act of generosity, every moment of joy, every instance of wonder is Santa in action. He is the part of you that gives without expectation, that delights in the magic of life, that sees abundance where others see scarcity. To believe in Santa is not to believe in a man at the North Pole, but to believe in the power of imagination and the reality of the unseen. Santa is not bound by time or space, nor by the limitations of literal belief. He exists in the stories we tell, the rituals we perform, and the joy we share. He is a reminder that magic is not something external to be discovered, it is something internal to be lived. In this sense, Santa is eternal, as real as the love and the light we choose to embody. The story of Santa Claus is not just a tale of a jolly man in a red suit. It is a journey into the heart of what it means to be human, to give, to believe, and to transform. It is an invitation to see the world not as it is, but as it could be. To step into the role of Santa is to step into the fullness of your higher self, to become the magician, the giver, the guardian of the threshold. And in doing so, you don't just keep Santa alive, you bring him to life, over and over again, in the endless, beautiful dance of creation. Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.